Hey guys, sorry I missed the meeting. I am so glad that we could catch up via recording because I have so much to share with you. You guys had a ton of questions in the chat box. I want to thank Jay, especially for walking through that manual. I know that might have seemed tedious, but there are a lot of nuances that we wanted to bring to your attention, and there are some things that I'd like to clarify a little bit more. So we're going to go down the list of questions real quick, and then I will share some things on my screen to show you visuals. So Alex asked about resources in the docs that were locked last week. I'm going to move into the Pulse version. This is the students.snooconnect.com version because for me, this is easier and faster to navigate when I'm going to different groups or looking for tags. So I did want to show you guys what this one looks like. And all of you should have the option for favorites. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So our peer leader meeting room is saved in my favorites. And the way I did that was by hovering over this heart in the right hand corner and clicked favorite. You can also click this subscribe via email option. I went ahead and did that for this group, knowing that I don't want to miss anything that you guys post. But then I did change my settings so that I only get the daily digests. And like we talked about, I'm not getting individual emails. Alex, you were talking about the file section in this group. Yes, anytime you click on something in these groups, you are only going to see this preview. And that's because based on what we have available to us through this vendor, this is called Nudesic Pulse, they aren't able to build those previews. So always clicking download and then finding it in the bottom right hand corner is how you're going to get anything out of a files section. And I know a lot of you guys kept mentioning Kathy. She is wonderful and amazing. I did want to remind you guys that Jay and I are now the full co-advisors for this group. So dealing with profile pictures, and or questions that you might have, you're going to direct those to us. Kathy still works on our team and does a lot of the back end and technical pieces with Nudesic Pulse. So you're still going to see her doing Wednesday giveaways and sharing information and resources. But when it comes to peer leaders, Jay and I are your people. So looking again, Alex, you mentioned some issues that popped up, and then you guys asked about specifically about Slack groups. So Slack is not sanctioned. And I know that Gwen might be working with you on maybe the STEM related group, which is awesome because that means that there's some faculty support in that arena. But to be honest, Alex, we're not going to monitor or we shouldn't necessarily be privy to what's going on in there because it is a private group, all of those. I know Allie mentioned she was invited to join. You do need a login and a password. And so the staff at SNU are not going to monitor those groups in the same way that we do in SNU Connect because we own Nudesic Pulse and the content within SNU Connect. So think about it that way. If you guys join Slack groups, that's fine. You guys are in college, you can choose to join those different groups, but they are in no way sanctioned, or I guess the word would be official groups of SNHU. And I know, Nicole, you mentioned that you enjoy Slack more. That is totally fine. We totally want you guys to be involved in things that are going to make your educational experience have added value. But just know, as a peer leader, we're only tracking your actions in this space. So we would still love for you to be active in SNU Connect, even if you enjoy being on those other spaces more, which more power to you. If those are pertinent to your degree and are more intriguing, please join them all. So Alex, if you did bring stuff to us, we might not be able to step in again because it's not something that we would be actively monitoring. Please let us know and we'll do the best we can based on the situation. So next question was, Allie asked if there's a question you see in the community, but you don't know how to answer it. So the best way that I can say for you guys to handle those is when you see a post in this desktop version and you click on the timestamp, it actually generates a unique URL. And if you right click and copy that, you can then start a new post and just say, hey, peer leaders, I saw this post and I wasn't sure how to help. Can someone reach out? And then click share. And this brings them directly back to that post. So if it's in the middle of a page, they don't have to scroll down. And why this is important is if you guys are constantly just tagging Jay and I, then that kind of loses your validity as experts. So we want you guys to learn the information so that the next time you see something similar, you would have the correct answer. So yes, if it's something you feel like, Jay and Helena are definitely going to need to do this, that's fine. But there are 30 of you, and we would love for you guys, since this is a peer to peer community, to own as much of those answers as you can. And if it is program specific, please refer them back to a learning community. That's going to be their best bet. And in this search box up here, when you type in STEM learning community, that's going to pop up. When I click on that, now I'm in this space. And so something that could be really helpful is if you just talk to someone, you could then say, "Hey, Sarah," like Sarah Ledford. "Hey, Sarah, this is the group I was telling you about. Hopefully, you can click the join this group underneath the picture icon and come here when you have questions related to math." Right? So you guys don't just have to answer on a post that someone does, but you can generate new posts to help them find and navigate these spaces. And really that's what we'll do in each of our meetings coming up is share with you different areas and different ways to do things so that you feel like you have a good handle on that. I know we talked a lot about settings. So when you hover over Pulse and go to settings, this is going to be what you're looking for to either receive a notification by email every single time someone does one of these items, or if you click on Daily Digest, you're going to receive one around midnight of every night. So that's one thing you can do. But, a lot of you said, I just set a timer and I go into the community. Like they said, your notifications are up here and you can click on them and scroll through to see things that you've missed. If I click on view all notifications, then a list will pop up of everything throughout the last 24 hours or so. And then I can just scroll through to make sure I didn't miss something. And I click on the name and it will bring me directly to that place. So again, don't be afraid to change those settings. Or inside of your email, you can set rules. I know someone said they send them to a specific folder. So anything that comes at you from Snoot Connect, you could direct to a folder so that it's not taking up your inbox. Thank you for commenting on how not updated our manual is. Jay and I will work on that. So in reference to our challenge for the month, I'm just going to type in new student and the new student connections group should pop up. What I would love for you guys to do is, not that I don't want you commenting on here, but it seems like we're spending a lot of time in this space. What I would like for you to do is not even worry about commenting because the student mentors, the peer mentors are in here, and Christine and AJ are those people. And if you scroll down, you'll see that they're commenting a lot. And we've got alumni in here, Dave DeAngelis. And Alex, you posted on this one. That's great. That's fine. But what we would love to see is, they don't always need recommendations. It could just be building community. And that's what we want you guys to focus on. So if you clicked on Jacqueline Jax's name or this picture, it's going to bring you to her profile page. You're going to see right away that Kathy's automated message is already giving her links to things. Now it would be cool, like Jay mentioned, to click here and add a picture and then say, "Hey, Jacqueline, I know you introduced yourself in the new student connections group," or you don't even have to say that. But if you were to just read through what she said and pick out different pieces, criminal justice, perfect. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? This makes me think, why don't I look up and see if there's any criminal justice tags? Well, look at that. I can look up searches for within groups or anything that is tagged with criminal justice. So when I click on that, you can see there's a bunch of people here talking about the Law and Disorder Club and sharing information. So right off the bat, oh, maybe I should recommend the Law and Disorder Club, and or maybe I could just recommend a person. Really, the sky is the limit. You'll notice that no one has ever posted on this person's page. And so really what you're doing is just welcoming them. right? You're just saying, I saw that you're a criminal justice major. That's awesome. My major is this. And I really hope that you enjoy your time here at SNU. If you ever need anything, here's my email, right? Like, it's really just to give them someone to connect with so they don't feel like they're all alone. And when we say 10, guys, I don't want you actually like sitting at home with a pen and paper. You can do more than 10. If you have the time and you're in this community, really the whole point is to help students see that they have their own profile page. Sometimes I come in and say, hey, why don't you check out this video on how to upload your profile picture? Because we want them to like go through the steps and come back and utilize this space and not just be a blue avatar. So I hope that helps you guys conceptualize what the idea for the challenge this month is. And we'll write it out and put it on the group page as well to help you guys see it if you're a visual learner. But really, I just want to help you guys know that it's not about the groups that you're following or the things that you're following. We really just want you guys to be active in as many spaces as possible so that a peer leader really is the first person that students are meeting. So if you have any questions, feel free to type in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching.